Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So if you're new to the channel, my name is John. I'm a nurse in the San Francisco Bay Area, and we talk about what it really means to live a truly rich life. On this channel, we talk about personal finance tips and tricks, different high performance habits, and different ways that you can live a positive lifestyle. So if you are in high school or just starting college, this video is for you. When I was in high school, I remember having a professor named Mr. K, who was the only teacher that I've ever had who spent some time in class going over personal finance material, as well as different ways to succeed in the future. Now, what he did was give us something called Mr. K's 10 Commandments to Success. And what it talks about is all the different things that we can do for the next couple of years to make sure that we can set ourselves up for potentially retiring early. Now, I received this document over 20 years ago, so there are a couple things that I needed to update, but here are the 10 things you can do to make sure that you succeed in 2022. So if you're still in high school, the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you have some kind of 5-year plan, starting from the time that you're around your sophomore year or when you turn 16 years old. At this time in your lives, you're probably thinking about what's going to happen after high school, as well as preparing for different tests and applying for university. So this is the perfect time to start coming up with a long-term plan, at least 5 years out, so that you have an idea of where you want to go. Now, once you start college, the idea is that you want to be able to get your degree, the best type of degree that you can get in the shortest period of time possible. And then aside from that, aside from your first major, you also want to make sure that you have some type of backup major just in case you find out that you don't like your original major for whatever reason. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to not stress as much just in case your first plan doesn't work out, because you know that there's a fallback plan. Number 2 is look at the people that are successful who are 5 to 10 years older than you. Now, before social media became a thing, it used to be really difficult to try to network with people. You actually had to do this in person. But nowadays, it's really easy to find professionals in different areas that you're interested in, especially those who are working in more senior roles. So what I would suggest that you do is look at these people's careers and look where they are right now. Look at how successful they are and see if this is how you can imagine yourselves 5 to 10 years from now. My third tip is think outside the box and always make sure that you're working one step ahead of your peers. If you only take one thing away from this video, then remember this: steady, consistent, hard work trumps natural talent every single time. So if you're just starting college, college is really a time to figure out what you want to do, to network, and also to have fun. The trick is figuring out how to balance all three of these things so that you can have as much fun as possible while still getting all your work done. Now, if you're doing something new, such as some kind of new project or a new business, plan to fail faster, because the sooner that you fail, the sooner that you'll start learning from your mistakes. Number 4 is make sure that you become financially literate and read as much as you can. There's probably going to be a point in your life when you're going to start making some money, and even if you're just making a little bit of money, it's good to start figuring out where all that money is going to go. So some of that money is going to go to your regular daily expenses, but a good portion of that should be going towards savings as well as investing for your future. The idea behind doing all this studying and working hard is eventually so that you have enough money so that you don't have to work anymore. Now, if you do this right, there's a good chance that you can decrease your working years by at least 10 or 20 years. So what you want to do is learn the basics of personal finance as well as different types of asset classes that you can invest in. But keep in mind that it doesn't matter how many books that you read unless you actually implement the things that you learn from those books in your life somehow. Now, if you want a recommendation on a personal finance book that I think is really great, there's one called A Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins, and he does a great job of explaining how simple it can be to set up a really strong investment strategy. Number 5 is make sure to associate yourself with more successful people. There's a saying that you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So take a look around you, see who you spend the most time with, and see how well they're doing in their lives. Now, if you don't feel like you're around the right type of people, then it's time to start looking for a new group of people who can help push you to the direction that you want to go in. Number 6 is to make sure that you find good mentors in these 3 things. You want to make sure that you can find good mentors who can help you emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Now, if you are a gamer, this reference is for you. Mentors are basically like video game guides. They'll help you guide along the right path, and sometimes they may even give you some shortcuts through life. So if you're looking for a mentor, try looking around your immediate circle first. For example, your family, your friends, your colleagues, your teachers. Now, if you're looking for somebody within a certain profession or an industry to be your mentor, then what you can do is start looking on social media. If you go on LinkedIn and you type in a certain role, you'll come up with a list full of people who are currently working in that role, and what you could do is simply send them a message and see if they're willing to give you some tips about how you can enter into that profession as well. Number 7 is to make sure that you fine-tune your social skills. So everything great about this world involves people. Even though we have all of these new technologies that are designed to help people stay more easily connected, all this type of technology is really getting in the way of how we used to interact as people. So what you want to do is you want to brush up on all of your social skills. That way, if you come into contact with someone new or a new colleague or someone that can help you along in your path, you'll be able to talk to them in a way that will make them want to help you. Now, if you are young in high school or maybe just starting college, a great job that will help you a lot with your social skills would be some kind of customer service job, such as a fast food job or some kind of retail job. These types of jobs allow you to work with a lot of different types of people, of different cultures, of different ages. So what that does is it helps you learn how to talk to people of these different groups, which will improve your social skills. Now, number 8 focuses on the big 3 things that are going to help you on your path to becoming a millionaire. Those 3 things are: 1, seeing how you could increase your income as much as possible. Number 2 is figuring out different ways to decrease your expenses. And then number 3 is learning about different investment classes such as stocks, real estates, and business. Number 9 is setting up certain goals for yourself towards your later 20s. So one of those goals can be earning a 6-figure income by the time you're in your late 20s, owning your first property, or making sure that you don't have any bad debt such as credit card loans, car loans, and things like that. So once you've reached number 9, and then what you can do is focus on the 3 incomes and then make a 10-year plan for yourself. Now, the 3 incomes are earned income, so that would basically be income that you earn from a regular job. Another one is capital gains, which is income that you earn from your investments. And the third is called passive income. So this is income that you make even when you're sleeping. Now, if you follow these 10 things in your high school years or in your early college years, this is going to set you up really well to potentially retire a millionaire in your 30s or your 40s. Now, if you like this video, I'm going to link my newsletter down below that goes into more detail about these 10 things. And if you like my channel, then please make sure to subscribe. I'll be trying to post 1 video a week on different topics on personal finance, about high performance habits, and about different ways that we can live a positive life.